Awesome. And welcome back to episode 26.1, Kong of the Jungle. As we left off previously, we were coming up to the entrance of this overgrown, decrepit jungle temple. As you guys notice, there are what appear to be 4 10-foot tall gorilla-looking creatures on either side of the door as you approach. Each of them brandishing what look to be very large stone clubs. And up on the walls, there seem to be quite a few more. Many of them with what look to be bamboo spears.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not charging this thing head on.
And the little monkey's just waving at everyone who's nodding as you guys walk up towards the entrance.
Isn't he still on my shoulder?
Yep. They all definitely appear to be on defense.
They have 3 demons, a walking metal suit. Right? Metal suit?
Yeah.
An
elf.
Can be considered.
Yeah, an elf.
And you.
Just the normal one. And the weird thing. The weird floating thing.
You've never seen a monkey before.
They're all looking quite uncomfortable towards you. But they're not making any moves against you. So, what do you guys want to do?
So attack! We're going to meet with Kong, correct? So yeah,
That's what we're supposed to be doing, yes.
Alright, so I'll address the monkey and alright, so I think I'm having a stroke. We're gonna attack. Where is he? I don't know.
On her shoulder.
No, ask the monkey, like, alright, where's Kong?
Inside.
Should we just go in, or?
Well, I don't think you could open the door. Might want to ask one of them to open it.
One of the...
I don't talk to them.
Okay. Is he referring to, like, the big
Oh yeah.
armed gorillas?
Gorillas.
Who are looking down at you. Very imposingly.
Can you open the door for us?
You hear in a deep voice that resonates throughout you. I get to actually use my voice for a change. Who are you and why here?
Shit, I can't introduce him.
Tell him because we think he's cute.
I am Zeta. These are my friends and allies. We wish a word with your leader and to recover the recover the panda girl that you supposedly rescued.
He looks down at the monkey. Fee, do a perception roll.
$24.
You hear, because of your psychic ability, a conversation between the little monkey and the big guy, going through the entire conversations that you guys had on the way here, and exactly why you're here, who you are, where you come from.
Can I, like, intervene in that?
You want to try and join in the conversation?
Sure, why not?
Okay, which one are you communicating with? One or both of them?
Can I try to invoke? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Telepathy?
Yeah.
That's the only way my character talks.
Yes, but she has it active all the time for her speech. That's why she would pick up on it. And the fact the monkey's right on her shoulder. If you had telepathy active with someone, then you might have known about it. But that's a complete metagame issue.
Right.
Anywho. So what do you want to add in?
I don't know. What exactly do I pop in on the conversation with them saying?
You hear the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I met them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We were keeping an eye on them out in the middle of the jungle, and then one of them reached out and grabbed me. They didn't kill or eat me right away. As you can see, I'm still alive. And then they talked to me for a little while, and apparently they didn't know that the village was bad, and they just want to help save Plum because they think she's nice, which I think she's kind of nice too. So, it's like, get on with it. So, we talked all the way here, and now they want to visit with Master Kong, and be able to try and free Plum from the guard. And that's the basics of the conversation you're picking up.
Okay, then I'm just gonna not intervene.
Okay, how long are you guys going to sit there?
I mean, did the guy that I was talking to, they haven't made any moves to open the doors and let us in?
No.
Nope.
They're having a full-blown conversation in their heads.
So shout that.
That the only one that's aware of it is Fee, as everyone else is just standing there silent.
So
Okay,
I'll
can I
shout.
talk to the guard then?
Okay.
Would you be able to please open the door for us?
Reaches out, grabs the door. As it slowly swings open, you're able to see that this is a heavy stone door. A good 20 feet tall, about 30 feet wide, double doors. And you can hear the creak of stone against stone as this thing is moving, and feel it tremble through the ground beneath your feet. As the doorway opens about 8 foot wide. Go on.
Swim forward.
I'll step forward.
Okay. Inside, the temple is in shambles. And it definitely looks like this place was gorgeous at one point and richly appointed. You can still see what looks to be beautiful statues of some long-lost creatures or gods or goddesses, but they're so overgrown in vines and other plant life that you can't make out the details of what kind of creatures they used to be. Some are broken and shattered, some are just overgrown with a piece of a face sticking out or a hand, almost like they were being swallowed by the greenery. And this hallway stretches out a good 50 feet in front of you. That just seems to be a collection of odd body parts sticking out of greenery that are all carved out of beautifully polished marble. The walkway in front of you is all once beautiful cuts of marble that were probably laid perfectly, all now disheveled with bits of plant life growing up in between them.
So they're not much for housekeeping.
No. Okay. There's an arch ceiling, like a dome ceiling, that kind of goes down the whole length of it. And that's also completely covered in vines and greenery that seems to have more little monkeys than you can count just swinging around on it, as well as a large collection of really brightly colored songbirds.
Brightly colored what? Sorry.
Songbirds. As I said, the hallway goes down about 50 feet, and then you see it ends in another large set of double doors. And on either side of these double doors appears to be creatures that you haven't seen before. Let's see. Not you. You with disadvantage. Make a history roll.
Natural 20.
4.
$23.
That's with disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Damn. All right. So for you three, okay, you see standing on either side of these large doors standing at about 15 feet tall, what look to be humanoid elephants. Okay, each of them brandishing a golden spear. You, I'm not sure how well versed you are on lore. Have you ever heard of a Hollyphant?
If I have, it's been so long.
Okay, so the two of you, you recognize that these are basically angelic archon type creatures. They're known to be from Mount Celestia. They are a very rare circumstance of what you would have known from your history as one of the bitter enemies and hardest foes for a demon to go up against. These are known as the protectors of the holy relics.
Alrighty then.
You would have heard pretty much close to that same thing. Sometimes they appear as just a little flying elephant. Other times they turn into these 15 to 40 foot tall elephant creatures that have 2 to 4 arms, incredible amounts of strength, and are able to cast all kinds of divine magic.
Okay, what the hell did I just walk into here? I'm here with 2 demons and I've got holy representatives.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sounds like it was a good day.
you're feeling pretty uncomfortable at this point too.
Might want to wait outside.
As you approach, do you walk forward or are you just sitting there?
Walk forward slowly.
What do you think?
Okay, he's walking forward. Anyone else?
I'm gonna swim forward.
I'm gonna go with
I don't
You
have
guard
fear.
here. You don't really like us here.
you 2 stand behind.
No, we're gonna go in.
Yes, I wrote a,
Very actively
Follow a little bit behind us.
yeah, that's the thing is I wrote
weapons
a 22 for
holding.
my plus.
What?
What was the history?
Yeah.
Yes, I wrote a 22.
Yeah, but because you weren't a high-level demon,
little guy.
okay, you wouldn't have had that type of education,
Right,
so you wouldn't know about the rarer species of
right.
Mount Celestia. That's why I didn't give you that one.
Yeah.
You know that these things give off a horrible type of aura, and you're not comfortable with them, and you definitely don't want to fight these things, but you have no idea how powerful they truly are.
I think once it's down, let's fight him. No.
Going in the door right now.
Okay, so as you guys slowly approach the door, they both reach out, grab each of the door frames, and it opens up with these ear-piercing screech that echoes down the entire corridor. That just seems to be echoed right back with the screech of all the howling monkeys in return. That's their version of fanfare. So you guys go in?
Well, if they open the door, I might as well step in.
Yeah, might as well go.
Okay. As you step in, the chamber is incredibly dark as the door slams behind you and you are left in complete and utter pitch darkness. Okay. And as you're sitting there in complete darkness, the sound reverberates throughout the chamber. Welcome. I hear you have come to take back a member of that blasted village.
We hope to return her safely to her family.
Why should I return her safely when so many of my children and brethren have been killed by them?
Were they killed by her?
No, that's why she lives.
Excuse me. Her mother actually asked us to go and find her. We have no reason to fight with you or desire to. We're just trying to complete getting and returning this young lady back to her mother.
I have no reason to fight with you either. Unfortunately, my brother here does. So I say once again, why should I send home a member of your village
Not our village.
when you do not show the same respect to our family?
You're the boss, man.
He's got to come up with a complicated answer.
Yeah, I gotta think on that.
Connie has thermal vision, so like if she took off her blindfold, could she use her thermal vision to see if is anyone in the pitch black room with us?
You are in a sealed stone room.
They don't trust us.
There's the doors behind you, stone walls on your left and right, and a large stone wall in front of you.
So the voice isn't coming from anywhere?
It's coming from beyond the stone wall.
We're gonna go splat if we piss him off.
If we're lucky, that's all we're gonna go.
You can try to do a perception check to see if you can see anything more. Anyone that has true dark vision.
I have demon vision.
That works.
I got dark vision.
No, you have demon vision.
Dark vision.
Where do I
You're
see if I
supposed
have
to.
dark
I think I
vision?
have demon vision.
You do.
Oh no, that's right. You're an elf.
You were raised in the abyss. Yep.
17.
Nat 20.
Jesus.
25.
So yeah, 25 if I add my other half on.
What am I supposed to add?
21 for perception.
Yeah.
Is the little monkey still on my
perception.
shoulder?
Yep.
19.
Alright, all of you are able to see that you are in a roughly 20 foot by 20 foot square room, and it's a solid, the stone doors behind you are as solid as can be. You're not even sure that all of you put together could open one.
There's Malik.
It would be difficult. The walls around you appear to be, with your dark vision, you can see basic images that they were once beautiful murals that depicted some type of grand battle, but it's so decayed and mossed over at this point, you can only see little bits and pieces. Which looks to be some type of depiction of a fight between angelic creatures, demonic creatures, and some other type of like bestial creature. And before you is this one giant stone slab that's about 20 by 20 that seems to be a single piece that at your perception roll you can tell that this wall apparently moves. There's pillars on either side of it, and you can see that there's, because of your high perception rolls, you can see that there's scratch marks and stuff along the base and sides of it that show that it looks like the entire wall slides open in some way.
You don't want the demon to take charge of this conversation.
Alright.
Probably will not go very well.
You'll probably have the wall closed. One, it's not our village. We just stumbled onto it.
You came out of that village and you hunted down things.
It was our first sign of civilization when we got here.
Yeah.
We didn't even know where the hell we were.
So what do you want to say to this voice? You're sitting in silence at this point.
He's waiting for a reply.
I know that. I'm trying to think.
As you feel this like wave.
I miss having Jason for these things, or Raja, or literally anyone.
You guys feel a wave of pressure as the entire room shakes a little bit.
He's trying to close the wall.
Not yet. It's just a warning.
Almost like something heavy hit it. And then a few moments later, another one.
So it's something of a very large tapping. Or, someone smacking the frickin' walls with a giant hammer. Take your pick. Either one isn't good.
Yeah.
Sir, is
How close
there
should I be to this
any
village?
way in which we could
You could just say the truth that you're not.
I just like to go
convince
don't
you to
think
let
they
us
came
take this
Came
young
from
lady
them
back to her village?
return someone to it.
I am not keeping her here. She may leave of her own free will.
Kidding me? I want to hire her.
She seems to have no true wish to go back.
that's
Her
the
mother
case, and
has
she's
sent us
happy here, why don't we just
asking-
let her stay?
She's happy here. Why bother
And
taking
let
her?
her mother come.
We could do that.
Let the whole village come.
No, because then I'd have to kill them all.
Many of my children could use a feast.
Well, if she doesn't wish to leave, then we can't change that.
It won't bother. If she doesn't want to go back, then she can fucking stay. But I would like to offer her a job.
We may wish to at least speak with her.
And what type of job would you offer her when you may not be leaving yourself?
I can always leave. I'm a demon. I can always go.
Yes, I know of your kind.
I figured you would.
Make an Arcana check. At disadvantage.
No, it's a roll quicker. 2 17s. Which 17 would you like me to use?
What's that total?
19.
That's a good idea.
This room is sealed, both physically and magically. There's no teleporting here.
So, like, no magic can be used.
Toka points wouldn't work?
You're
Maybe
not.
after they open it.
You don't know. You don't have that. You haven't done any
Tested here.
testing. As a demon, he'd be able to sense this type of magic around him. It's suppressing.
I'll
Plus,
Toka out of that.
you know what was outside.
Well, we have located the girl. If she truly does not wish to come with us, and I suppose we should be on our way back.
Well, I really don't care. I only like her. I don't care about the rest of them.
So how do you wish to make restitution to my brother?
Could we speak with him?
Why are we making restitution to your brother when they came at us?
You invaded his territory.
We were walking through. Well, riding through.
You were tracking him.
We didn't know what the hell we were tracking. We were tracking bucking cats.
Make a deception roll.
Could be useful. Also, if we need light, I've got my drum. If we need light too, I've got my drum.
Yeah.
Because he was a ring bearer
Oh, that's a
for
good
that
idea.
short period of time.
Persuasion?
No, deception.
Yeah. Deception. Jesus Christ. I'm fucking tired today. I haven't used this skill in so long.
Yeah, it's right here under charisma. Second one down.
That's what I thought. So yeah, right there. Alright. So yeah, 17. Sorry.
You expect me to believe you tracked across through the jungle, across the savannah, from the village where many have come to try and hunt him down before, and hunt down his family, against the pacts that their leadership set with us in the beginning.
Pax.
What
And you
the-
expect me to believe that you are not going after my brother.
We were following a big cat. That's all we knew.
Aye. The saber.
Yes, well, this was also before, we learned that all of you monkeys here can talk.
He had a brother.
You came to this plane not knowing.
Wait a minute, let me stop you right there. Wait a minute, stop. We don't even know what fucking plane we're on, okay?
You have been informed a couple times of what plane you're on, so make another deception check.
I simply followed my friends.
25.
Okay, that one you made. What fools lose themselves upon the Beastlands?
These
A
ones?
demon who doesn't really give a shit.
I was going to say, apparently these two.
See, unlike most of these other fuckers,
we're
I'm
those
fine.
idiots.
What?
Us, we're those idiots.
I was just teleported in here.
I followed my
I
friends.
teleported to them.
No, we followed you. You did.
No, you didn't. You came here first. I followed
Yeah, we
you.
were here first,
Oh,
though.
that's right.
Do it. That was a town contract, not a Toka contract.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You may not know where you are, or with what you deal with when you come here. But that is not an excuse for breaking the pacts that were made between the villagers and my kin. Nor is it an excuse for killing my brother's family.
The only thing they told us was don't go west to here. That was the only thing they told us. And they had a list of apparently your brother on their wall to be hunted. Now, I had no idea. It just said a big giant cat. So we had no idea it was your brother, his brother, that brother, with the whole pack of his family there.
Lack of knowledge is no excuse.
No, but it's an answer.
How do you wish to make amends? We are not unwilling to negotiate. We understand that you may not have been properly informed, but restitution must be made.
But again, this was the village of Dogma was the one where I tried stealing the dagger, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Those idiots.
I go kidnap him, bring him here. Give him to them that sacrifice. Just to kill him.
We could, on your behalf, speak to the village and see if we can get them to.
That won't work.
leave
They're
your brethren
idiots.
alone.
They're already breaking the pact. We think we could enforce the rules of the pact on them?
Burn it down.
Their words are like
We
the...
could just burn down the village.
Burn down the village. We just go grab that guy, bring him in.
As long as we're
They're killed.
Their words are like that of the adder, stricken with poison.
Very true.
It's indeed true. And
So what would be an acceptable bartering tool?
what would you like?
My brother would like his family back. But their bodies were taken.
By who, I wonder.
Mad scientist?
So we cannot even give them true rest, nor revive them back to life.
Hold on a second. Make it a phone call. Hold on. Oh, fuck care.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Well, that answers my question.
Can you open up the seal on this fucking thing for a minute?
You appear to be in a plane-locked area. We are currently unable to establish communication.
You're gonna have to open up the seal for a minute. I might be able to get his family back. Alive.
What kind of fool do you take me for?
Not one at all. I'm not trying to fuck with you. So far, I think you guys are much more on the balance of the scale here than the village. So yeah, I like you guys already better.
What kind of bag do you have that you kept the bodies in? Like,
They're at Raja's.
We were Toka
They were
off the
by that thing.
So I'd have to have Raja pull them up, res them, and then send them over.
Roger reviving them would make them undead, though, right?
No, because you can regularly res.
Raj has become the master of life and death.
They were all put in there within a minute of dying, because they all died pretty much in the same minute.
I have a spell called Revivify.
Look at the
It's a third
components.
level spell. Yeah, diamond worth 300 gold pieces. Do any of you have that?
That gets destroyed upon use.
Raja
okay.
doesn't need it.
You touch a creature that has died within the last minute.
Yep.
That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts.
And I can do all that.
Yeah.
I am very happy to see that you read through your spells
Right?
and picked up on that quick. That's awesome.
That is good.
Kudos.
I was not expecting that.
Me neither. I knew exactly what spell you were talking about right away. That's why I even said, look at the components. Because that's an expensive freaking spell.
Yes. 300 a whack.
Yep.
And Raja does it for just points. And not to mention, he's a master at it now.
I have a suggestion. It depends on how fond we are of this village.
I can already tell you that Kami isn't fond of the village.
Have Rek nuke it.
Vengeance is a hell of an offer. They might like that.
I don't know.
I was saying we'll kidnap the guy. Go get the guy that we tried stealing the dagger off and bring him in.
Plum's literally the only one we like, and she's happy here. So.
Didn't you already use Raja once to fucking, pull your asses out of something?
Oh, we're gonna have to do it
So
again.
wasting out an entire village, yeah, it's not like Raja's ever done that before.
It's not like Zeta hasn't done that before herself.
While you guys are discussing this, can I see your spell list, Fee?
Going to listen too. He doesn't like destroying the village.
Do you want to see
Right, but
this
I'm
one
saying
too?
as far as
This ring
Raja
death on the
versus
back,
Monk
this
here.
one's the strong magic.
Oh,
He's
that
a
might
lot
be
more
one to look
powerful than
into,
all of
but
us right now.
I have been looking into it.
That was the only thing I meant by it.
Could also have wrecked his glass floor the place.
Right?
Powerful enough to at this
And
point.
here's the rest. Did you want to know?
Yep. Oh, if you're a monk, priest.
Zeta could try to build.
Yeah.
Zeta could try to build like a bomb or something. He's gonna, hey guys, here's a present. We're leaving. Bye. Click.
You get that dagger first. I can't go invisible in that place.
I'm hanging on to the tiny monkey. I'm hanging on to the tiny monkey. I'm keeping it.
If he wants to go with you, sure.
I'll ask him. I won't just kidnap him. Like if he hasn't come, he'd rather go back. I'll let him free. So now that Kami knows they can talk, she's not gonna keep them.
Yeah.
She'd go back. And be like even his siblings all over again.
Plus, you have the sending spell too.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yep.
Unlike your telepathy, where it has a range, the sending doesn't. It's just going to be on the same plane.
Telepathy?
Your telepathy has a range. Sending does not.
Come on. Pretty sure you have it.
What do you look for?
Could also be in the one that Joe's looking at.
Yeah. So I said, which one are you looking for, son?
I don't want to say it out loud because that'd be too wrong.
Okay, well then, here's the rest of them. Dispel magic, I did not see.
No, she has that one with her.
Okay.
And she was already looking at that one.
That's why I asked if he wanted to see that one too.
I don't think you cast it at a high enough level though for this.
I'm up to 4th level spells now, right? So this one's a 3rd level.
This is probably like a 6th or 7th level.
Because I could cast it on the door. Just the door, and then I have a spell that could magically make an unlocked door window screen open.
That one might be useful. But it is magically sealed.
It's
So
thaumaturgy. That won't work.
The spell magic.
if it works, because your dispel magic is going to be a lot lower level than what they're
Yeah.
using on this thing.
I believe it will move up to a level 5 spell.
Yeah, 4th or 5th. That's it.
Yeah.
Unless she
So
casts a
otherwise you
higher
have-
level.
So otherwise you have to roll for it.
What does components
Interesting.
VS mean?
Verbal and semantic, which means that you have to do it with. Nope, she doesn't. Okay. Which means that you would have to both say a few words and do a few hand motions. Verbal means you have to speak certain words. Semantic means you have to do hand motions.
Okay.
And then material means that you have to have a material component with it.
Like your diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already answered my question on semantics.
What?
You answered my question I was going to ask later on.
Ah.
Okay.
When I was reading that
She is the
page
cleric
you
of
gave me at the beginning of the night.
He was confused on semantics too. So now you answered the question he was going to ask you later.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing? Sorry.
I don't know, I threw out my best shot there. Drop the shield and I can raise his family. Or have his family raised.
Give me a good reason why I should trust you. To not just disappear out. As you stated, you are demons. If I were to drop these boards, you could leave in a matter of a moment and not return.
I wouldn't do that to these guys. Especially that silver butt over there. Told them I'd keep them alive, so, you know, I try to do what I can.
Very well. Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, D16.
Good enough. The door opens a crack behind you. Step outside. Contact whoever you need to contact. The rest of your group stays.
That's fine.
That is a fair deal.
You step out.
Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone. I'll step out. Shut the door behind me.
Ooh.
What you doing?
I'm going to kill you.
That's like the story. That's like the. Okay.
I'm gonna miss some food.
35-40.
The mischief movement's gonna end all our lives. I'm already.
So what you gonna do?
Nothing.
I was gonna say, I'm the only one on the outside. I'll survive.
All right. So you step outside and you're able to
Yep.
get a signal again.
All right. Send a message. Well, my message to Roger to go actually through this time.
Okay. Talk to yourself.
Hey, shithead! What? Hey, you know those bodies I sent you, the giant wolves?
Giant cats.
Yeah, giant cats, sorry. Thanks. Yeah, what about them? You res them yet? No, I haven't had time. Fine. You want to send them back to me, alive? The real res. Yeah, I kind of need them. What do you mean you need them? They're my army now. Tin Man fucked up, and now we gotta bring him back.
How much did he pay you for those?
40 platinum, I think, or 10 platinum each for those. They weren't that big.
Okay.
Refund.
Yeah,
So he's gonna.
yeah. It's a good thing I don't usually add Raj's money now.
Okay.
So
So
fine, they'll have them in like an hour.
that's like 4 of them.
There's only 4? I thought there was 5.
Okay. Well, then that would be 50 because he said it was
Yeah.
like 10 platinum each.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
it's
thought there was 5 of them though that we sent.
okay.
Because he was number 6, I believe.
Yeah, and then there was also a couple live ones that you sold off.
Those are the ones I sold at the Beast Nights.
I just said I'd bring back the dead ones.
The elder children.
That's all I said. I said I'd bring back the dead ones.
Okay. And then wasn't there a couple more that you put into storage?
No.
No, we didn't run it anymore. We didn't go hunting for the nest or for the
that's
lair.
right. Okay, yeah.
We're not that cruel.
Yeah, so the 5 younger ones, you can get the bodies back.
Yep.
And then you have the 2 elder ones.
And the one younger one.
Hey Sam,
Those were on me.
you know I broached the idea of me.
Once you can procure those guys, we can try to see if I can go out and talk to the Beast Knights about getting them back. Lose my entire
That was all you, man.
lose my entire fortune.
Fuck. Alright, so roll a D100 for me.
Oh god.
You wanna know what I
Pick
rolled?
high or low. Oh, too late.
Yeah, I was gonna say 66.
Okay. It takes about an hour. Okay. You guys are all sitting in there for an hour with no information. Just this steady, rhythmic vibration coming across the entire floor that seems to slowly be increasing and becoming slightly more powerful.
Can I see him at all now?
Oh,
Come.
no. You're in between those 2 elephant guys.
Okay.
Making you feel
Very
very...
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything you guys want to do during this time frame?
I'm looking at the little monkey on my shoulder. I possibly should have asked you to leave the room when he did.
But no, I'm okay.
You sure?
Sure.
Go. Go. I'm feeling good.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll live. You might not, but I will.
I was waiting for that.
Good.
Okay, now I won't have you die your death on my conscience.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
She doesn't
figured.
want more challenge blood on her hands.
Even if
Stop
I die,
eating them!
even if I die, Father Kong will bring me back. I did good.
To rush it does.
Yeah. So, anything you four want to do while you're in this dark, locked room?
Can't do much in the dark.
And I can fix that, but I don't know if they're gonna like that.
You could try. Probably anti-magic show.
I'll ask if it's alright with you. If I can provide me and my allies a bit of light.
If the magic works, go for it. Nothing I'm concerned about will work in that room anyway.
So then I'm gonna take Zeke off my back and ask him to do his project light.
Okay. The room lights up, and now you can definitely get a good view of the beautiful.
200 feet of light.
Yeah, the entire room is well lit at this point. And you can now see the beautiful detail of these murals on the walls and all across this stone plate door in front of you. That now that the light's on, you can see much more detail than you could with your dark vision, because dark vision comes out pretty much black and white. The images are painted in what looks to be semi-precious metals and gems that sparkle off the light. And they are very intricately put together. I don't know if you guys want to inspect them all further or not, but
I'm going to step up next to one of the ones that are closest to me and get a closer look at it.
okay, make a history roll.
What am I using for history?
History.
History, it's under intelligence, I believe.
Over
I think so.
him, I
Yeah,
guess.
plus 2.
And then I swapped to try to
Ooh, a whole
buy the
10.
ones I sold in the
10?
Beast Knights back in the Beast Knights.
You have no idea what story this is, but it seems to be a pretty dramatic battle between what looks to be angels that have dog-like heads, fighting up against what looks to be spine devils, because you've at least known what those are before, and giant eagles.
I'll go.
And there's something below it, but it's so covered in moss and overgrowth that you can't quite see what it is.
Yes, when I get back from the vacation, I'll be full time.
Is there anyone here who can tell me what this is supposed to depict?
As it is right now, I'm waiting.
Do you guys want to take a look and see if you might know?
Take a look, I guess.
You're outside waiting, so
I'll take a look.
So I didn't
I
say a
don't
word.
call me won't know.
yeah, you're not very educated.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, she is educated in the art of eating her siblings and hunting things.
And eating orphan children.
Yep.
Not even orphan children.
history roll?
She doesn't
children,
discriminate.
period.
Yeah.
Just eating children, period. It don't matter. She's
Probably depicts one of the many
One.
battles that may have happened in the Beastlands. Now that you know when you're in the Beastlands, you know that you're on one of the inner planes that basically connects in between Mount Celestia, and on the other outside of the planes connects up to different elemental realms,
Okay.
including to the pits of hell.
Your friends there.
Yeah. So, nothing else for you guys for the hour?
At this point, we're just waiting politely for him to get back.
Okay. So, an hour later, in comes the teleport. All 5 of them. Not one of them is in good shape. Okay, they're all completely dazed and out of it. They look like they've been like mind wiped or just not fully conscious.
And dead for a little bit.
Yep. So, At the appearance of them, they open up the door a crack, and as you step in, the tigers don't follow.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Here's the fallen brothers of yours. They need a little more healing.
My 5 youngest. You hear a faint voice coming from behind it. I see you've returned 5. What of the eldest? Or his wife?
That would be my job to take care of. If you would allow me to do the same as him, I may be able to return them to you.
Very well.
I thought those two went to Raja too.
No, they were alive, so I sold them to the beast knights.
I thought you sold the puppies.
No, there's just 3 dudes.
Are you guys having this conversation in front of him?
Yep.
Obviously.
So he's hearing
I will
this. He's hearing what
see if I
happened.
can buy them.
Hey, I try and save them all and just send them to Raja. That guy told me he paid me for it. Anybody I sent them.
So you come in, the door closes behind you as he goes out. Within a few moments, a couple large gorillas come and pick up the 5 cats and take them off down to the side. If you try to move more than 10 feet away from the door, the big elephants stop you.
I'm not going to.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I have to sit down and call the beast knights.
Who are you calling at the Beast Knights?
The same guy I called to sell them.
Greetings, you got much for sale?
I was hoping to maybe repurchase that which I sold to you.
All sales final.
Can I just buy them?
All sales final. Already sold.
Could you get me in contact with who you sold them to?
That is privately known information. You do not rank high enough within the Zarg Knights to get that information at this time.
Okay.
Please rank up an additional 3 ranks.
Don't make me call Zarg.
You might have to.
I can't.
None of you have his contact.
Nope.
Lose
doesn't have Zarg's contact.
No. But he's a high.
Not high enough.
He's like. Little big like that.
Level 3. You're at like 0.4, 0.5, I think.
Yeah. 0.2.
Yeah.
Anything else you're looking to buy?
Didn't remember.
Yeah. I thought it was higher than that.
So while we're waiting, I'm going to go over and see if I can brush some of the moss off the part of the painting that I could not see.
I sold them off to someone.
Make a
Ask him if he'll get them back for you and you'll pay double.
make a
him
straight
do it.
dexterity check for me.
Have him do it.
See how well you can clean it off without ruining it.
I don't have that kind of money.
We can all help you.
Strength? What?
Dexterity.
We don't probably
That would
don't
be
have
plus
enough money
3.
for that.
So I'll offer them the whole
Dexterity,
what I sold them
that would be your
for
bonus.
The 3.
Yeah.
To reacquire
Gives me
them.
a whole 6.
6.
Yeah.
As you scrape the moss off,
It was
a
3
hunk
guys.
of the tapestry comes off with it.
Stop what I'm doing and back up and
About 20,000.
just trying to avoid damaging anymore.
Yep.
Offer like
It's
40,000.
pretty old, crumbling plaster behind it. In fact, it looks as though, from what you can see at this point now,
Like
the
platinum?
actual paints and stuff on it are holding this wall
I
up
had
more
to
than the
take a
actual
company
wall.
funds for that.
Do we have any more companies?
Yeah, I could bug the dragons for them.
Apparently they needed
Different.
somebody to come through and replaster.
guys.
I need to know.
Or do like mending or something.
Right.
Menu would work.
Or prestidigitation.
I think I have that spell.
I do not.
So, Mr. I just admitted that I sold him off as I walked out the door.
Ask him if he wanted to contact him.
I asked him if he could contact him. He said no.
Oh.
I asked him if I could repurchase. They were already sold.
I don't mean to be frustrating, but
It makes sense. It's
Yeah.
just
Decisions come back to haunt you later.
yeah.
Mine was easily rectified.
thanks to the fact you did it to your own character. Who's lazy. You didn't have a chance to do anything in 4 days or 5 days.
Yeah, something like that. Actually, no. Should be 5 or 6. It took us 2 days to get it.
I know something, but I doubt it'll work. I have my doubts, but I was gonna say, I wonder if I like create an Osprey or something. Could she possibly teleport those 3 missing sabers here?
You have the ability of Channel Divinity to do a prayer once per day that has a chance of pulling off something amazing. But you'd have to roll, like, under your level on a D100.
Under my level.
You have to roll it too.
I'd have to roll something
That's
under.
6 under. 6 or under.
Dumb question.
Dumb answer.
That count as a critical fail?
Huh?
Would rolling that low count as a critical fail?
No, that would be a count as a critical success only because you were able to count underneath that amount at just the right amount.
Alright, I can't help with that.
Someone
Hold on a
curse
second.
me.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I can't help with that then.
But Joe can.
You said Channel Divinity?
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah,
Hold on.
it's not on your spells. It's a cleric trait that you get at like level 5, I think it is. With the Channel Divinity, you can make a prayer once per day to...
I'm gonna write that on my character sheet. You should have told me it wasn't in my spells.
It went through.
It was in the book. So, fucking Joe has redeemed, ba-ding, a critical success to player fee. I'm still gonna make you roll for it.
Don't roll a 1.
No, roll a 1.
Actually, yeah. In this case, actually, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was like 2.
Roll D100, roll low. Ask him to please roll low.
Not the candy bar.
What?
Roll.
2.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Serious.
So all you guys see is her like do this, put her forehead into her hand, a bunch of bubbles start going around her. Of like
Yep. All right.
magical
Yep.
pink glowing bubbles.
Holy shit.
Oh, Pinky, you are kind of useful.
So, as you're stressing out outside, okay, you have no idea what's going on.
I'm like silently yelling into the phone.
What the fuck do you mean you can't tell me who bought them? I need these things back.
Give me the information before.
They're intelligent creatures. They weren't supposed to be sold. We know. We got extra money for them.
Well, you did not get extra pay.
They were worth 3 times what we sold them to you for. That's why all sales are final.
Could offer you that much. You dumb phone man.
It's too late. They're already sold. And you do not rank high enough for me to give you the information as to who purchased them. Okay, so the rest of you that are inside, you see her do this thing, and then you see these like weird pink bubbles appear all around her.
They're glowing too.
Okay. And as you guys are looking at these bubbles, you swear you can see inside of each one seems to be like an image of some kind of sailing vessel. Whether it's a sea ship, like a galleon, fishing vessel, and some are weird ones. You wouldn't recognize any of them. You guys would recognize a couple different Spelljammer types. Okay. And one of these bubbles begins to grow. And then another one begins to grow. And before you know it, there are 3 bubbles that just grow large around you. And then with a pop, the bubbles explode as well as all the other ones. And sitting there, where each of those three major bubbles were the 3 saber-tooth tigers.
She's now gonna point to all of them. I found them for you.
On cue, I throw my communicator at the ground. I back up and walk in prepared for the
Door's
worst.
closed behind you.
Oh, okay.
You have no idea this is happening.
All right. I do throw my communicator at the ground.
Okay,
Like, motherfucker.
well, we seem to have taken care of this problem.
Okay.
Particular problem.
At this point, the entire room rumbles. Interesting. Especially since your friend outside was about to be squashed.
Never said he was bright.
I got them all though.
Okay. The door opens up behind you, and 2 golden spear points point at you as if to direct you to go back through the door.
I'm going.
As you come in, you look around. This place is well lit now. Still.
Oh, Deacon.
Yep. And passed out, snoring loudly, are 3 large saber-toothed tigers right below the floating sneaky thing.
It was a good idea to bring you along. Yes, just as planned.
Oh,
I can't believe you fucking rolled a 2 on that. Those dice are truly blessed for you.
I only asked them twice.
Holy shit.
They never do that if I ask for a high number though.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh.
Sometimes critical failures are great.
So as you're sitting there, all of a sudden, you feel the presence in the room fall. Okay, where the enchantments are dropped. As soon as you feel that drop, the 3 saber-tooth tigers next to you disappear and fade away.
Her eyes grow big, and she's now looking around for them.
They're
paranoid.
And then the large stone wall in front of you cracks open in the center and starts to peel off to the sides. And as it opens up, and what would be a very bright light if you had been in a dark room,
It's not a light. Very bright though.
but is now actually dimmer on the outside than the inside is. As the light floods out of the room that you're in into this giant antechamber behind it, you see there's a 50-foot diameter chamber at least, and sitting there in the center of this chamber appears to be what is a good 40 to 50 foot tall gorilla, beautifully adorned with giant plumage feathers, headdress, and yeah, we're talking feathers that are like 10 feet long each.
Fucker hunts rocks for a living. He's bored.
Yeah. And do any of you have a nature above 6?
No.
Nope. No.
Definitely no.
Okay, then never mind. You also see some beautiful red feathers coming off of them that are about 10 to 20 feet long. And kind of sparkle. But this giant gorilla then claps his hands as this wave of wind comes and kind of pushes you back a little bit, just from the force of his clap. And you can see sitting next to him is the Saber King with his entire family as he's trying to heal them and take care of them. Well, you have come to a neutral point, shall we say. Now I no longer have any ill with you. You may take her, and he points off to another ledge, and you can see there's Plum sitting there with a small kitchen set up, a whole bunch of little monkeys around her bringing her fruits and vegetables as she's chopping them up and singing and putting stuff together.
She looks so happy though.
Okay? If you wish to take her home, then that would be your act to commit. I am not forcing her to stay here, nor am I forcing her to leave.
Neither will we.
So what do you folks choose?
We will let it be her decision.
Can I offer the saber king some help on healing his family?
Sure. You want to try and go across the chamber?
No, telepathy. I'm asking him through his head. I'm asking him. That's okay. I don't trust the chamber.
I do not trust your party. I do not trust your healers. I do not trust you to not poison us or try to kill us again. So please keep your distance.
We'll do that.
3 to 5, you said.
Meow.
Yeah, you can be here a little. I gotta go pick breaks with his mom. So, okay.
Did he actually say meow? Because now Kami's confused as well.
Yep.
She's just gonna repeat that in a confused tone.
I guess I'll proceed over to
Okay. As you approach, it smells delicious.
Oh, Plum, I see you are set up to entertain
She
new
turns
company.
around. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you in a few days. Everything good?
Everything is good with me. How are you?
Oh, good, good. Lots of good food here. Very friendly.
Your mother has been rather worried about you.
Oh, I'm sure. She's worried about everything.
This may be true.
She needs to take some of her herbs and calm herself down. Or get out of that damn place. Glad to see you got out. You're not going back, are you?
We still need to inform your mother that we have located you at least, and that you are well.
Oh. But that means that they're going to start war to come here and get me back. Can't you just tell them I died?
My suggestion.
And
That
tell
would be
mom
easier.
and tell mom I'm okay. I'll give you a message.
Can we bring her back here?
I don't
Well,
think
I don't think she
That would
wants
get her
to-
out of there.
Father Kong said it was fine if they come, but I don't think she's going to leave.
Kidnap her, are you?
Yeah, you could do that. They might try to follow you.
I don't mind killing him.
We no longer care for this village.
We'll kill this town. I want that dagger.
No, but I kind of do want to bring your village down.
But I have some good friends there.
Don't keep your friends safe if you tell us who they are.
Everyone except for the temple and the caravan.
Okay.
The temple makes us do weird things, and the caravan takes all our stuff and brings new people.
What about your town leader there?
He's the leader of the caravan. He runs the warehouse.
So,
The one at the warehouse in that fancy building there.
yeah, so we get rid of him and the priest wannabe thing there.
Yeah, they run the town.
No, I can't sneak up on him because if I go in the building, I can't go invisible.
The caravan leader takes all of our stuff and sends it off, and then occasionally takes some of our people and sends them off. And when they come back, or if they come back, when they do come back, they have these marks on their arms and are different. It's like they lost part of themselves.
Can understand that.
But then they say they were chosen. And the ones that the priest sends away are even worse. They rarely come back.
Alright, well, we're not going to force you to come back with us. So,
Oh, good. Thank you.
it's your choice.
So all we can really do is kill everyone in that temple in the caravan.
Pretty much. I
So if we
suppose
could
so.
like herd them somewhere like cattle and just like burn them alive. She's saying this.
We're openly plotting.
You hear some rumbling, chuckling coming from above you.
Work.
Well, alright, well. Would you like us to deliver a message to your mother? I know you mentioned that.
Sure, anyone who have pen and paper? They don't really have much of that here.
Closest thing I have is a needle and thread.
That'll work.
But
Okay. She grabs a needle and thread,
she's just gonna like hand her bag to Plum to pick out the needle and thread. So.
What all's in your bag?
Do you really want to know? It's a long list.
You see? If you're giving her open access to it.
Whatever she takes, it was Osprum's will. So that's how Kami is. So.
Okay, you know what she does?
What?
She takes one of your pamphlets of Osprey,
Kami's eyes go wide at that.
okay,
What are you doing?
flips it over to the back, and on the back rips a feather out of one of the nearby birds. Okay, starts dipping it into the soup that she's making, and starts writing out a letter on the back of the pamphlet on the blank spot.
See, that's what Kami does. She just starts screaming as she does that.
What? This would be a good thing for my mom to read anyway. Then both sides are good for her.
That's my pamphlet to Osprey, my deity.
Yeah, you're trying to use those to spread the religion.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, this way it gives mom something else good to read. Maybe instead of following sin, she'll follow a smart god. I saw what you did. Your goddess brought back his wife and kids.
Yeah.
You know, that's an amazing goddess. Sin never did anything like that. Sin just forgave the criminals so they could have a better life. I thought it was kind of bullshit.
That sounds like bullshit.
But they paid me very good to put extra stuff in the food.
The priest?
Oh, yes. And the caravan leader. That's why I don't want to go back. I always feel guilty drugging my friends. I mean, it's nice that they're all happy and high and stoned and calm and stuff, but, you know, it just doesn't feel right.
Understandable.
This is the first you've heard of the fact that you've been drugged this whole time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, kind of staring. Drugged?
Yeah.
You fed me the drugs too.
Of course. You ever notice how you're always nice and calm after dinner? You slept well. You weren't angry anymore. You didn't feel like killing anyone until you left the village.
You make a valid point on that.
Yep.
I just always want to kill someone, so I'm okay.
I don't eat. Took that one time and I immediately regretted it.
That was funny.
I
Yep.
eat whole animals.
So it was one time you drank, too.
So, what do you guys want to do at this point?
Take the note back to her mother and
Yes. Is she done writing the note?
Yep.
we'll take our leave.
She blows on it a little bit to dry it out. It's this weird collection of brown with little highlights of red and a little bit of green here and there. The ink color changes as it's writing.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, we just traveled 2 days to get here and then went through hell here. How about we rest the night and then go?
Oh, if you want to get back quicker, I have a way to help you with that.
Oh?
I have no want to keep you in my lands.
That's understandable.
I no longer have a problem with you, but I do not yet consider you friends.
Let us start.
We can work on that.
But I can send you to a tree on the edge of my territory.
That would work.
But yes, you feel free to rest here tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
In fact, you may even go to the old library. There are still some relatively comfortable couches there for people like you.
And just harbor throw down our portable thing.
Libraries, maybe old books.
Little monkey looks at you. It's a nice room. I lead you there.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to stay here with Con and Plum. Okay.
No. You're comfy. It smells nice here. It's nice and cool and comfy. And it smells nice. Like water and salt and blood.
Ignore the blood.
I was hungry.
It's nice. It's better than rot and mildew and sweat and
If you'd
Like
like
the
to
other
come
time.
with us after this, you're welcome to. I won't force you to.
we'll see. So, lead you around the chamber, down a stairway, up another stairway. Okay. You guys can all make an intelligence check to see if you can remember the way through this labyrinth that you're making it through. Let me know anyone that rolls over a 15 straight intelligence check.
Where do I find my
Dirty 20.
intelligence? That's my wisdom, right?
Yeah, intelligence.
It's above wisdom.
You're lost after the first door.
Yep.
You're still completely.
18.
They've been drugging me? How fucking drugged have I been?
Exactly.
What?
18.
Okay. The two of you can basically remember your way through the corridors. Okay. You're not completely sure you'll be able to find it back at night or in the dark, but it was a lot of turns. You guys come out into a relatively large chamber that looks to have once been a beautiful study. Large windows are now shattered out where there was once glass, but there's fine vines across it that are keeping out some of the light, bathing the room in a soft green glow from the sunlight. Flowers are coming up around the edges of the bookcases and out the sides of them, adding this brightly colored mix of reds and blues and golds. And you can see that the cases are still full of books that seem to be in pretty good condition still. And there's a collection of plush couches that are also in oddly immaculate condition. Almost like they're like brand new and used regularly. And in the center of this reading room appears to be a large tea set that's clean and completely untouched by... In fact, even the floor's clean. Which is the first clean floor you've seen since you got here. The little monkey hops off your lap.
Maybe my shoulder.
Yeah, your shoulder. Jumps down to the tea set, opens up pulls the lid off of one of the things, pulls out this large white cube, puts the cover back on, starts munching on it, and stares at you all.
Tommy's just looking around at the books.
Yeah. I'm going to walk over to one of the bookcases.
Alright, roll a d20 for me.
Anything other than a 1.
Oh, it doesn't matter what number you roll at this point.
An 18.
Okay. So you look at the books. They have letters on the outer edge of them. Do you read Celestial?
No, I do not.
And you have no idea what these things say. But it's really beautiful lettering. How about the rest of you?
I'm tired.
Common, abysmal, and fish.
So, anything you guys want to do except for just rest for the night? Huh?
Just trust me.
I'll take a look at the bookcase.
Okay, roll a d20. See which, because you're looking at the same one Handy did, or another one?
Different one.
Okay.
8.
8? Okay. You find books written in common.
Okay.
Old common.
Ah.
But common. It's like these and nows. And,
Forsooth.
yes. Forsooth upon yonder rise lies the grand keep of Sir Galahad. And it goes on with stories of different locations and kingdoms that are probably so far past in history that no one's heard of them anymore. And from lands with names that you don't recognize. It looks like a large collection of history books from somewhere.
That's neat.
Make a investigation roll.
Well,
Okay. As you're looking through it, you do find a book that is difficult to read that shows what looks to be portions of the tapestry that you, or wall paintings that you saw in that room.
okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
Don't you have that wand of prestidigitation?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just checking.
I'm going to walk around looking at different shelves, see if I can
Okay.
see
So
anything.
if you spend some time actually
I'll point
looking
out that
around,
it's in common.
you see that he's in front of a bookcase that's all history of different places in common. There's another one where everything is written in what looks to be an ancient elven language. Okay. There's another one that looks like it's written all in Dwarven. There's another one that looks like it's written all in a demonic runes. There's another one that looks like it's written all in a language that you have no idea what this is, but it's some of the weirdest looking lettering that you've ever seen. Like they put like 4 or 5 letters over each other to make one. Sanskrit.
Yes, I'll just pick up one of the old Elvish books then.
You read Ancient Elvish?
No. Draconic Elvish and Common, so.
Okay, so make a investigation roll with disadvantage.
That's a 12.
Yeah, roll again, take the lower number.
Yeah. That's with disadvantage. You gotta roll twice and take the lowest.
And that's a 12.
Okay. Plus what for your investigation?
Investigation?
Yeah.
12.
No.
Oh.
Investigation. I believe it's
Under intelligence.
right there, plus 2.
2, yeah.
So 14?
14.
Alright, you're able to read a little bit of it. It talks about how the High Elves left the Grand Forest from whence they came to set up a new home in the Outer Lands in between the Great Plains.
Okay.
And it depicts a bit of the history of the setting up of this temple.
I will take the book and sit on one of the couches and see how much more I can decipher.
All right, make another investigation roll. I'll make you let us do a straight one this time because you're spending time on it.
A 6, 8. Nope, no more.
How long are you spending on it?
Oh, half hour maybe.
Half hour? Within a half hour, you find a little bit more information about how they were fleeing from something, but you can't quite define what they were fleeing from. They set up this new land at a place where they were able to connect to their old home. And there's something about a doorway or chamber, but you can't get any details on it.
Okay.
Okay, so while he's reading for a half hour or so, anybody else? Alright, so you're resting for the night then? Okay. As evening approaches and dusk seems to fall, Plum comes and offers you guys all a plate of food.
Thank you.
Okay.
How far in the air did Kami float while she was asleep? Because she floats.
You stay about steady.
Okay.
You're basically a zero balance equilibrium kind of thing.
For some reason, I thought she'd float like up to the roof and just stick to the roof
No.
until she woke up.
No, I told you could be at like a stable zero buoyancy kind of thing. So you're not going to go up unless someone pushes you. Now, if someone decides as you're sleeping that they come up and give you a little push up to the ceiling, then you might find yourself in the ceiling. But then it's a matter too if you're a light sleeper and wake up and attack them. Because that was part of your character concept.
Yeah. I think she would be considered a predator in the ocean domain.
Yeah, so do you want to try and do that? Alright, so you have a good... dinner's decent. Okay. It doesn't taste as spiced as the previous meals. Lots of fresh vegetables. Actually pure, clean water. Next morning, you guys wake up. Everything's still intact. Everyone's left you alone. There's breakfast waiting for you when you wake up. I don't know if any of you kept watch. No? Okay, you're trusting. Yeah, you woke up perfectly fine. So you go back up to Seekong?
After we eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not very much enjoying it. There's no fish, there's no meat, it's all vegetables and fruits.
She's just
And like some nuts and mushrooms.
She's just not gonna eat then. She's just gonna stare, kind of dejected at the food.
Hey, fish face. You know you can order more food on the communicator.
She could. But all the money she has is meant to go to the charities of hospital.
And you haven't really learned how to use the communicator well.
Yeah, she's like a little old grandma who's 90 years old.
So she'd be
first
asking,
seen a
how do I do that?
Yeah.
I'll pull her out a fucking giant fucking steak.
Can she eat it like she usually does with food?
She just starts mawing into it, ripping it out raw. The little monkey's looking at you with like wide eyes and kind of sitting back like as it munches on a grape.
She's a carnivore.
It starts backing up further away from you. Seeing these giant lamprey mouth fucking rip stuff apart, pieces of meat hanging off. There's no way to describe it other than that, like that of a horror movie.
Come here, little monkey. It'll be all right.
All right. So you finish breakfast. You go up to Kong. Kong reaches over, brushes his finger up a tree that's inside this chamber, and the tree splits open, and he tells you, walk in.
Thank you, Kong.
Is the little monkey on my shoulder again?
Nope.
Okay.
After watching you eat, it no longer wants to come with you.
She's waving by at the little monkey.
It waves by.
Don't come back, bitch. I'll head through the door or tree.
Okay. You walk through the tree, and you find that you come out. You remember where you guys first came in, where the woods first started getting dark? It was like that line when you first got there. You don't, because you weren't there with them. But you come out right after that line. The path is beautiful and clear in front of you. As you turn around, it is dark and overgrown. It's like a straight line where you can see the difference.
Well, at least we're cut out a couple days worth of travel, shall we?
Might as well.
Alright.
All right.
Pull out my wolf and start going.
Anyone else have a mount?
I had my Triceratops.
I had a horse.
Where'd your horse go?
We got the tag down, I think.
Oh, did we have any kind of stalls to put our animals in when we set up for
We have Zarg balls.
That's right. I gave it to his guy to store the mount.
Oh, you gave him a Zark ball?
That would have been him.
Yeah, I would have given
Okay.
you one.
Okay, so you can summon your horse out of it.
All right.
Okay, you don't bother because you can swim faster than and with less effort.
Four-legged
than they run.
animals can move.
So it's pretty uneventful as you spend the 2 days traveling, or 2 or 3 days it was, traveling back to the town. So we're going to take a break here. I'm not sure if we're going to come back afterwards because of the time. It's like 9:20.
Yeah.
And I definitely need a cigarette.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if this is the end for tonight. Depends if everyone decides to come back for more game. And we can go back to the village of Sin when we return, or we can wait for the next time. Well, now's your chance to get it.
Will do.
Okay.
But I can't go invisible.
Oh, you can go invisible. Just inside that temple, there's anti-magic wards. That's what was making you visible. Plus, he has a special sight.
And I can't dispel that shit.
Yeah.
Wrong
So,
guy.
we might be back. If not, it was a pleasure seeing you all, and we shall return next time.